Hello, this is Mansi from Mansi Makes, and today I'm going to show you how to make monochromatic portraits on your gel plate. I of course love blue, so I started out with blue, but the rest of the examples are all going to be with black and white. And you'll see me experimenting with a lot of different kinds of magazines. The technique is pretty much the same, but it's also very hit or miss. There are papers that work better for portrait transfers than others, so you will sometimes see a pull come out quite remarkably clean and clear as this one, whereas at other times the image will not be that clear. Note that all images will always be grungy because, it's the gel plate and it has its own character that it just imparts to the print that you pull. But not all magazine papers work. To say which ones will and which ones won't is also very tricky because sometimes if I say like Vogue will always work, there are some times when it doesn't. So you just have to play and experiment, but the technique is pretty much the same in that you roll on some black or dark colored paint, acrylic paint on your gel plate, a sufficient amount of it. And before it completely dries up, you press on your magazine page and you very lightly press on it. Do not massage it like you would when you're pulling a print, because that will rub the image off of the gel plate instead of transferring it on the gel plate. So you just press lightly, you pull the magazine page off, and you should see the impression of the image left on your gel plate. And that's because it's resisting. The print is actually acting as a resist, so it stays on the gel plate. And if you rub too much, like I did over here, you lose most of the details. So I still got the face in this particular print, but I lost the rest of her body, pretty much lost all of it. So if you press too hard when you're putting your magazine page on the gel plate, you will tend to lose the details. So just remember that. But when you're ready to pull your print, you do need to apply a fair amount of pressure. This is an example of what doesn't work. This was a magazine cover. Nothing you can see on the gel plate. It just pulled my paint off, but did not leave an impression. Once you roll your dark colored acrylic paint on the gel plate and you've put your magazine page, you've pulled it off, you see the image there, just wait for that paint to dry a bit. It doesn't take very long, at most a minute and a half. And then you apply your white paint or another lighter colored paint to pull your print. And always make sure that you have enough of that white paint or lighter colored paint on your brayer before you put your brayer on the gel plate. Otherwise, you'll end up pulling the ink off. It's really simple. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of trial and error, and you will be disappointed by the number of prints you won't get successfully. But again, it's all part of the process. So keep creating and have fun. That's the main thing. And I'll see you next time.